What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of CourtRoom Podcast, DJ's CourtRoom Podcast. Man, we're back. Episode, I believe, 39. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. I hope everybody's with their families. I hope everybody has a smile on their face. I hope everybody had a great 2024, because 2024 is about to come to an end after next month. But other than that, let's get to this episode of what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about are the Suns real contenders this season? I'm going to talk about the top 3 MVP contenders that's in the MVP race. I'm going to be talking about the Timberwolves and like what's really wrong with them. What can they do to improve? What could have they done to not cause all these losing games they're having? And is Cooper Flagg the number one option, or can he be a number one option? And I want to start off with Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg, he had played against Kansas, I believe, and he be having decent games here and there. He be doing good. Like, he's going to be the number one pick. Like, don't get me wrong, he's an all-around player. But when it comes to, he had like 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. No, that was against Arizona. Or was it against Arizona? Yeah, it was against Arizona, not Kansas. He had 24.6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. See, he's an all-around player. He can do mostly everything, but I see him like when he enters the NBA, or even right now, I see him as like a really, really good second option. Or a first option. When he first gets to the NBA, they're gonna try to treat him like a first option, but later down his career, I feel like he'll be like a second option, and depending on what team he's on, like a strong third option. But I don't see him being a third option like until like later down in his career. But he's going to strive to be a number one option, but I don't know. I just don't see enough of leadership in him. Like, he has aggression. He's going to play. He's going to play hard. But I don't see no leadership in him. And probably because he's just now getting to the collegiate level. And it's probably going to come along. But right now, I just see him as being that strong second option. And don't get me wrong, like, Cooper Flagg is one of the best players in this draft class for me. And I feel like he is going to go to number one. But hopefully he adjusts. Hopefully he gets over this hump. Hopefully his leadership extends so he can become that better player he wants to be. But now I want to move on with the Timberwolves and what's really wrong with the Wolves. What's like keeping them from getting over that hump? What's making them like not being a playoff picture right now? They're losing a lot of close games. And one of the reasons is Rudy Gobert. And Rudy Gobert, they should have traded Rudy Gobert instead of Cat. Like, I don't know why they traded Cat, and I feel like they should have just ran it back another year with the same group. And if it didn't work out then I would have made changes. But those are the changes I would have made. I would have never traded Cat. I would have traded Rudy Gobert, because Rudy Gobert is soft. Rudy Gobert, he looks like he doesn't want to play. He looks like he doesn't want to put in effort some games. So that's a big reason why they're not really doing good and scoring. Like, their scoring kind of went down because Cat is a better scorer than Julius Randle. Julius Randle is like up and down. He can score, but it's hard for him to get a bucket. He doesn't really have a bag. Like Cat has a bag. Ant has a bag, but Julius Randle, he's a good player. He's just not fit for Anthony Edwards. I just feel like he's not fit for them. And those two players are really stopping them from getting over that hump. Because I like Dante Dimension, so I like Rod Dillingham. I like the rookies they got. But that trade kind of messed them up. And it's looking like the Knicks won the trade. Because Cat's doing really good with Jalen Brunson. And when you got two prolific scorers like that, they're going to do good. They're going to excel. And the Wolves need to make changes now. Like, before the trade deadline hit, they need to make some type of trades. I don't even know if they could trade Julius Randle. I don't think they could trade him because he just got traded. But they need to trade Rudy Gobert for a better big. Because Rudy Gobert is over here standing in the paint, getting 3-second calls, getting dominated by, what's that dude name on the Rockets? Like, they played him the other day. I forgot his name, but he be getting buckets. He was giving Rudy Gobert buckets. He was blocking shots. He was grabbing rebounds. It didn't look good. So, I already can tell, like, how Anthony Edwards probably feel. He probably like, dang, like, we was just at the top. Now we're really at the bottom. Like, he needs to make some change. He's capable of making them changes. He needs to say something. He needs to use his voice. He needs to be able to make adjustments and be that leader he needs to be. Because if he don't, the Wolves is going to be trash. I'm sorry. The Wolves is going to be just completely trash. They're not going to be good. They're going to keep losing. If they keep playing like this, they might not even make the playoff. If they don't make the playoff, that's the biggest upset in this season ever. Like, that would be the biggest upset. Because how you come from the conference finals in the Western to no playoffs? That don't even make sense. Like, the team y'all swept, the Suns, they're doing way better than y'all. The team, and you know why? They kept their core. They added a point guard that they needed. Now they're doing better. So y'all should have kept your core, or y'all should have just added somebody that y'all needed. But enough with that topic, man. I'm moving on. I want to talk about the MVP race. Who I believe is going to win MVP. Who I believe is going to be the most consistent. Who I believe is going to be the most consistent to keep their team at a winning pace. Because that's what it all depends on. Like, for somebody to win the MVP, you got to have a good team. You got to have great stats. And you gotta win. You gotta be able to win. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Nikola Jokic and Jason Tatum looks like they're gonna be the top three to win MVP. And if Nikola Jokic wins this again, I highly doubt, because the Nuggets are really struggling this year. They're not struggling, but they're underachieving than what we expect the Nuggets to play. But that's because they changed their roster around. They got different players now. Aaron Gordon's injured, so that explains it. But if Nikola Jokic wins MVP, he's going to be in those conversations of one of the best bigs of all time. But I feel like either Jason Tatum or Shai is going to win, because the Thunder and the Celtics are the top teams on both conferences. They're staying afloat. They're being consistent. Even though the Thunder got some injuries with Chet. I think Hartenstein just came back. But once Chet come back, they're going to have that number 1 seed locked. And the Celtics, they just got Porzingis back. So the only team that's in front of them is the Cavs. And Cavs are just having a historic run. But I feel like it's between them two, and I feel like Shai might get it because Shai is way more consistent than Jason Tatum. Like, Jason Tatum is good I knew he was going to be on the road this season because of all the stuff that happened in the Olympics and people looking over him and all that stuff. I know that motivated him, but Shea, I know him not getting the MVP and Nikola Jokic getting it, I know that motivated him even more too. So I feel like Shea's going to get it. I want Shea to get it because he's tough. He's consistent. Like his career high is like 45 points. And he had averaged like 30 something last year. So that means he had to be really consistent. He was consistently scoring 30 plus points. Like 30, 35 points every game to average 30 points. Because usually when somebody averages 30 points, they get like their games usually be like a 50 ball, a 45 ball, a 60 ball, then like 20 something. Like it usually be balanced, but him, it was consistent. It was like 30, 32, 33, 31, 32, 33, 31, 32. Like he was being consistently scoring 30 something points. And that's where it comes with. It comes with consistency. It comes with a winning team. And it comes with just winning throughout the whole playoffs as well. Because I feel like they count that too. Because I don't think they don't announce the MVP and the other awards until like later in the playoffs, I think. But yeah, those are my two top picks. Nikola Jokic, if his team ends up climbing up and getting to like third, second seed, he could win it again. But I highly doubt the Nuggets. Their Nuggets is gonna stay where they at. They're gonna be like 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th seed, and don't keep your eyes off the Lakers. The Lakers are doing good too. Lakers, Suns, like JJ Redick, he's the best fit for that team. They're gonna keep him. I feel like they're gonna keep him no matter if they win the chip or not, because they're doing exceptionally well. But Shai Alexander, he is going to get MVP. He is going to be the most consistent, and I just believe in him. But I want to talk about the Suns. The Suns are really real contenders? Are they real contenders this year? And I believe they are. And the reason why they are is because of Tyus Jones. That's just basically it. Because they have a point guard. They don't have a shooting guard trying to play point guard. They don't have another shooting guard trying to play point guard. Like, Devin Booker and Bradley Beal was out of their positions. So now they can play their positions. Or you can have Tyus Jones, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. Or you can have Tyus Jones, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. Or you can have Tyus Jones, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant. Like, you can swap them. Because, like, it's three of them prolific scorers, and you can swap them with the point guard I got. And they still got Nurkic. They still got Nurkic. He's a pretty decent big. And they still got Royce O'Neal. Yeah, they got a good team. I see them making it far in the playoffs. I don't see them winning it, but I see them exceeding in the playoffs. They could win it. I don't know, but the only thing that just worries me is their defense. The defense is kind of scary. It's kind of sketchy. And sometimes I just feel like they don't put enough effort on that end. But their scoring, I have no question about their scoring ability, them shooting. Because them three players, they can score with the best of them. So, but yeah. We can wrap this up. I'm going to wrap this episode up. Episode 38. I said 39. It's not 39. It's episode 38. I want y'all to have a really happy Thanksgiving. Hang with your families. Hang with people that you feel like is your families. If you're not cool with your real family, just hang out with people that make you smile. Eat good. Rest, because I'm pretty sure everybody is off today. And just make sure y'all have a great holiday. Appreciate y'all for watching. See y'all on the next episode. Peace.